Oh, why is there a creeper when I'm about to start? Get away! We do not need creepers in this episode. Get away! Good riddance. Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and as you can see, we are actually back on Minecraft, and that is because I am back for Season 2 of the LotusSMP. You may have seen a stream a few weeks ago where I did a stream on this game, and that is because I am now part of Season 2, as you can see, and just like last season, I'm going to make videos on it, and let me just give you a bit of a progress check on what we've done so far in this world, basically. So when we spawned in the world, I think this was spawn over here where we all spawned into the world. So what me and Rizzy did from there, because me and Rizzy were together, actually I think it was more down here, we went to an island over here and we built our first base, and it was basically the exact same as this, just over there instead. And then from there, I decided to move to a brand new area because I wanted to obviously make a load of farms in this thing. So I decided to come all the way down here. And as you can see, there's a waypoint here that says home 2, which is literally over there from where I am right now. But as you can see, we are now not over there. We are now over here. And you may be thinking, why is that? It's because basically Hey Squid's base is over there. And Hey Squid wants to make her town that she's building more immersive, or as immersive as possible, and I don't think it will be quite immersive if we're just building loads of farms over there that are quite high up and things like that, and then her basically immersion being disruptive, basically. So I've decided to claim a lot of this land over here, which is really good for me because I want to make a load of farms, and there's actually a village over there which is going to be crucial for something that I want to do in the future. So what we are doing today is we are going to be building a wheat farm. I nearly forgot the name of it. So I've been gone off and got all of the materials for this, so let's go ahead and take out everything from this chest and we will get started building this wheat farm. I should also mention as well that I did get some diamonds as well. I've got a diamond sword and everything like that when I went mining. And actually the first time I went mining, I'll roll the footage right now, I was digging out a basically base for the thing and I found my very first diamonds doing that. And after mining all of the diamonds, it was like a vein of like 14 or something like that. And I didn't think that was actually a thing, but it was basically 2 veins in one, just without any air gaps. So yeah, that was pretty amazing, and I managed to get that on video as well, so I hope you enjoyed that. But now we need to find a place where we want to build this wheat farm, because this wheat farm is going to be crucial then for my next project that I want to do, which is a cow farm in order to you know, harvest food. So I don't really know where I want to build it. There is a lava pit over here, but there's loads of cows over here. So I'm thinking if we build it like sort of over there, so we can get it pretty easily. Plus, I don't really want to build it as far away from my house as well. I could, in theory, build it here. There's actually quite a lot of plains land here, and we can always, you know, build over this as well if needed. You know what? I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm going to go get some spare dirt, and I'm going to basically cover all of that in basically, you know, dirt, basically. So I will do that right now, and I'll be back when I have built out some land, basically. So that's really the best that we're going to be able to do, which I think is all right for at least the farm that I want to do. So let me go ahead and sleep quickly, and then we'll get started building the farm. Okay, so we've got our land, and I've actually finished filling in the thing as well. I took down a hill that was over here that made us, you know, get the thing. So we need to start by building a 7x7 area. So it does extend quite far, so I might start it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we basically do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? And then I think we need to go ahead and then build it over here, and then basically connect it back up like that, and then we need to fill it in. And then what we need to do is we need to then go ahead and build out a sort of like chute thing, and that's where all of the hoppers are going to be, because here we are going to place our chest like so. And then we need to go ahead and place down our hoppers. So this is how the hoppers are going to go. So we basically need the first one funneling into the chest, because eventually what's going to happen is that all of the wheat is going to funnel into the chute thing, and then that's going to go into here. Now, I think actually I built this too high. Okay, no, I haven't. It's actually just right. I just got a little bit confused. And then basically the rest of the hoppers need to be funneling into each other, because that will basically ensure that no matter which hopper picks up the wheat, it will all of them will all go down into this one and then go into the chest. and basically when the chest gets filled up, then it will just store in these hoppers. I should also mention I'm following a tutorial by Treasure Toad, so this is the next step, is that we basically need to build a line of blocks basically here with a block in the middle, because if we had a block over here, then we wouldn't be able to open the chest. So what we instead do is we place a bit of glass there, and then we can open up the chest, and there is our smoother stone right there. That basically demonstrates how the hoppers work. So what we basically need to do now is basically fill in more layers of 7x7s, and we're going to do it 3 high. So this is going to be the second layer, so I hope that these dimensions are going to be right to stretch right to the back. If not, then I can just move it all back. Yeah, that was not as I anticipated. Right, let me go ahead and do it basically in reverse order. I don't have Silk Touch. Right, well, I'm going to need to smelt another bit of sand. I mean, it's fine. There's loads of sand near me. I mean, if we look, there's some down there. There's, you know, we're literally near a desert, so I don't really think it matters. I don't like the noise of that. If you're wondering why I just did that, building this all the way to the back, is because I basically want to make it sit flush with this, and I know that I might extend this at some point in the future, but just for now, I want it to like look neat. So now that we've moved that all the way back and we've basically rebuilt the entire thing. Oh, I need to do this. I completely forgot about this. And now that we have built in all of this, we can now get started on actually building the actual farm. So it's a lot of building. We basically need to build up twice on each end, and then we basically need to then fill in this. So basically, in short, let me just actually progress my hunger, you know what I mean, you know, replenish my hunger a little bit. So what I mean is we build all the way out to here, and then what we do at this stage is we build up by 1, and then we basically do it on this layer, and then we do it again once more for the final layer. So we build up by 1, and then we go right to the end, and then we do that on the other side as well. I might need to get the next sets of building blocks as well. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to build out 1 on each side, and then we're basically going to connect it back up. However, we are actually going to break this block, I think, and then this block, and then there's one in the middle as well, which should be this one. And we're going to replace these with our dispensers. So you may be thinking with those dispensers how this farm is going to work, but if you don't and you're kind of wondering, you know, Fetch, how is this going to work? Basically, we've got some water buckets and our hotbar, and what we're going to do in each dispenser is place in a water bucket. And around here, we're basically going to have a button which is going to send a trail of a redstone signal to these dispensers, which is then going to activate, which is going to send the water buckets flowing down to this, or basically, by the way I've built this, hopefully stopping there, which should collect all of the wheat, pushing them into the hoppers, and then the wheat will basically go into the chest. That's how this is going to work. Just like so, a trail of redstone on the dispensers and the smooth stone things as well, whatever they're called. Now, the next bit is a little bit complicated, so I might have to switch backwards and forwards between the game and the tutorial, but this is basically where we're going to then build the trail of redstone. So we're going to place a button here, and then from what I've seen so far, we build a line of 6 from here. So 1, 2, not there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what that's what I've seen so far. And then we need to fill in a block like that, and then why do I keep placing blocks in the place where I don't need it to be? So a block there, and then we do it like that, and then another 6 blocks till it hangs off the side. I don't know why this is like this, but I guess it will make sense soon. And we need to do it on the other side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we place that like that. Build up over by 2, and then build it out 6, or just past the dirt like that. I think this is probably to make the thing actually look good, actually, and it doesn't actually affect anything. So what we're basically going to do now is fit in a block like that, and then we do it the same on the other side, and then we are basically then filling in everything where there's like an air gap, like an opening to look into the farm, because we want this to actually, you know, look good. So we're basically going to cover it all up, and hopefully it looks quite nice. And this is not part of the build, but I'm basically going to add in some torches just to make sure that nothing's going to spawn in here that we don't want. So I'm just going to place some torches in just for a bit of extra security. So hopefully nothing should spawn in here. I might actually just leave the one in the middle like that, because that looks nicer. And before we forget, let's make sure that we do this on the other side as well. I did not mean to do that. And make sure all of these gaps are filled up. Now, this is going to literally stretch right to the edge of the island, but we can always, you know, build up and prevent that. like build across. So there's no real concerns there. So once again, we'll just build all the way across like that. And then from what the tutorial says, we basically need to build 2 in like that, and then we basically go on to the next thing. I'm not liking how this is not got any sort of lighting, so I might just add in another source of light here as well, just to be sure. Not there. Can I have that back, please? So like there, and then we can block that back up. There we go. That should work nicely. I also should have mentioned as well, I got a dog. I got it from when I was like shuttling things backwards and forwards from the previous house. I picked up a dog. So yeah, I've got a friend now. How are you doing? And if you have some name suggestions for the dog, then please do let me know in the comments, and I will basically pick one that I like the look of and we'll name the dog that. I mean, I don't have a name tag, but yeah, you know, just yet. But when we eventually get name tags, we should be able to give you a name. Do you like the sound of that? Good answer. Okay, so I've just watched a bit more of the tutorial and I've figured out what we've just done here. So what we need to do is when we break that block, I need my water buckets. Well, I've just used one from this dispenser, but we can always refill it. But basically what we need to do is we need to place it down there, and we'll do the same on the other side. So let me just go grab some more water. And then we'll place it in like that. And if we've done everything correct, when we break this block, the water should go all the way down to the end like that, which is perfect. So that's basically going to supply the water in order to basically grow the crops. That's what we've just done basically. And these blocks on the outside have basically encased that water so it doesn't go everywhere basically. Nice and tidy, which is what I like. And make sure that we replace that water bucket as well. Actually, we'll leave it in the middle just so we don't forget. Okay, so now we're getting on to the tricky, complicated redstone, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. So what we need to do is we need to mine out these 4 blocks. I mean, you don't probably need to mine out all 4 of them, but you do that and then you place your 2 pieces of redstone like that. That's where it's going to start, and then you can cover that back up. And then we're going to go to the back of the farm as well. We're going to go ahead and grab our building blocks as well, and we're basically going to build a staircase like that, and then we're going to place our redstone torches like that, and also like that. And that is probably going to start 1 trail of water, which is not what I needed. It trails all of them, but hopefully if we click this button, it should turn back off, or it probably will once we, you know, get this done. And now what we're going to do now is we're going to place in the rest of our redstone like this, and then we're going to dig down a block like that, and then we'll mine out a bit of a clearance because we're going to bang our head. And we're basically going to fill in the rest of the redstone, break this block, and then place in another redstone. And then by the way we've built this, if we just continue mining all the rest of this way, probably not like that. So if we continue mining over here, then we should get to our hoppers just like that. And we're going to break this as well. So if we just mine this to the end, and then we're going to place down our redstone all the way to the end like that. And once again, when we get to the end block, we're going to break this. And then we basically make a trail like that. So then all of the redstone from the button goes to the back of the redstone torches, which then powers on the water. Does this kind of make sense now how this is going to work? How this is going to power on everything? However, this isn't set up yet because a redstone signal can only travel as far as 7 blocks. So we basically need to split that so the redstone signal can travel further. So we're going to break that piece of redstone right there. And we're going to place down a repeater, and 1 tick should be fine. I will just double check. And we're going to do the same here as well, as I do believe those two repeaters are 7 blocks apart, which I think is the maximum signal a redstone can go, or it's something like that. There's a maximum length of blocks that a redstone signal can travel. It's probably not 7, it's probably way more than that. And now it's a tedious gap of cleaning up everything. Now I'm pretty sure if we do that, that's going to break the redstone signal, I think. I will just go ahead and double check though. And it's also nighttime, so I need to do this quick before I sleep. So if we click that, I believe that hasn't activated it. Yeah, so we can't break that block, which is going to be slightly annoying. But let me go ahead and sleep. And we've got some pillagers there as well, so I can take them out, but I need to get a milk bucket before. It might be that they might have despawned, actually, and I think they actually... Oh, no, they haven't. They're actually still there. Okay, let's go ahead and make a bucket, grab some milk, and then we can fight them. You want to fight, pillagers? I'm here. I'm ready.
Let's be having you!
Right, who do we take out first? Do we try and take out the banner guy, or do we try and take out everyone else? But I think they've seen me, so let's go ahead and knock them in. And then you go as well. I'm going to have to try and... Okay, I'm going to have to try and beat you down there, aren't I? Well, actually, that's going to go into a dripstone thing. So actually, if we just leave them there, you know, if we go over to, like, the other side, then we might not have to worry about them. Because they're going to go all the way down there. We could, in theory, go down there as well. But if we go as far away as possible, then they might actually despawn. So that might not actually be as bad as I thought, actually. Okay, then. Awesome. I made a bucket of milk for nothing. Oh, my gosh. I could just store that. So, yeah, we're going to remember to break that block so the redstone signal can travel. But we can fill in everything else as well, which is basically just a tedious way of just... you know, mining up our mess, basically. So that now should all fully be working. We can probably test out to shut off the water. So let's go ahead and test it. So if we do that, that should, in theory, yeah, as you can see, break the water. And the redstone isn't going to then redo because we've basically switched it off. But basically, if we do it again, it'll basically be a good indication of how this works. So if we click it, it should activate all of the water. And then we can then basically turn it off if we need to. So we basically do that. All of the crops are going to go into the thing. I don't think it's supposed to be like that, though. It probably is. And then basically when we do it again, it basically turns off. Awesome. That is exactly how it should be. So it is actually meant to do that. I'm just stupid and didn't even think of that. But basically now we have just another bit of a bad... well, not really bad, but like tedious process. We're basically going to place slabs on all of these inside walls. This is just to prevent any mobs, I think, and just some other things as well. I'm not really too sure why this is fully required, but it's in the tutorial, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then, yeah, then we really should just plant the crops, and then this should really be working. However, there is actually something that or something else that we quickly need to do, which is involving our slabs. It's basically going over here and basically placing a bit of a, you know, placing a line of slabs like this as well. Again, I'm not really too sure what this is all about, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So now I actually need to go ahead and make a hoe, because I don't actually think I've ever done it. And then it's basically time to plant the crops, because like I said, I think this is done. Now, I don't think I have enough seeds in order to, you know, in order to fill it up, but I'm basically just going to see if we have any more seeds. I don't think we do. No, we have a lot of sugarcane, as you can see. But yeah, I don't actually think I have any other seeds. So let me go ahead and make a hoe as well. I should hopefully have a diamond somewhere. I probably don't need to make it out of diamonds, but I'm going to anyway because I can flex. Oh, we do actually have some more seeds there. There we go. We'll go ahead and make that. So then we'll go ahead and make a... Oh, wait, no, it's 2 diamonds for a hoe, isn't it? All right, never mind. I cannot remember my crafting recipes, so like that. Craft the hoe, and then let's get planting some seeds. Unfortunately, we are going to have that, you know, like gap there, which is slightly annoying, but hopefully it shouldn't matter too much. So yeah, let's just continue, you know, doing all of this, and then we can plant our seeds. Right, let's get planting. This is probably going to take a while, and we got the CD place achievement. Because this is the first time I've planted crops, okay? And it's taken this long to get the achievement. The server's only been open for like a week or so, so I mean, I should be fairly advanced in this, but no, I've been quite late to the party because I've had other stuff go on in my life which has prevented Lotus videos, but I can now do them, as you can see. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and plant these. And one more seed, and we might, just to confuse everyone, just place it in the middle there, just out of the way, because yeah, it just looks weird with that. And all we need to do is basically wait for all of these to grow. And because we put them in a line, it shouldn't really take that long to harvest. So yeah, I'm probably going to let this grow. And basically, between this and the next episode, I'm basically just going to be, you know, harvesting this, replanting it, things like that. So yeah, that's what we've done. So that is going to be it for this video. So if you enjoyed our wheat farm and you possibly tried it in your world and you like it, then make sure you leave a like to show me that you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe as well for more content on Lotus, because that's possibly what it's going to be. But until the next video, guys, take care and peace out.